Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today I want to talk about something that my father told me about men a long time ago. And the reason that I'm doing this video is because of the fallout that women and men are getting from the Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion breakup. And I think that women really should listen to men because things haven't changed that much. The world hasn't changed that much. When my father told me this, I was just coming into my teen years. And he was trying to tell me how I needed to move in the world for the best outcome for me. Not for the man, not for everybody else, but for me. I can't change how men think, and I can't change how the world works, but I have control over how I behave in the world for the best outcome for me. And I think that women need to start listening to these men because the world hasn't changed that much. My father told me that women have to be very careful about how they carry themselves with men because men have a system with women. Now, I went all the way through high school and all the way through college with that knowledge in my head, being careful, of course, how I carried myself to a certain extent, but remembering that really the onus is on you, not on the man, because the man has the choice to pick you or not, just like you have the choice to pick him or not. But when it comes to marriage, the man has the upper hand. So if a man does not view you as being marriage material, he doesn't view you as being marriage material. He might date you, he might like you, might even love you. But at the end of the day, he might not see you as somebody he wants to be his wife, somebody he wants to have his children, somebody he wants to be his life's partner. Now, women have to come to terms with that. Now, it is mandatory that women come to terms with that. See, a lot of women think men are out here freestyling, but they're not. Men have categories, men have lanes, men have a whole internal filing system, and they place you in a folder the moment they meet you. And the folder they put you in determines everything. It determines how they talk to you, it determines how they treat you, it determines how they prioritize you, and it determines how they respect you or not. The women from Lipstick Alley, which is a gossip site for Black women, and I listen to them because they bring information. They deal with these athletes. They deal with men like Klay Thompson. So I listen to what they say. And what they say about Klay Thompson is that he is just like the rest of these N words. He's just nicer. So everybody admits that he's nice, but being nice doesn't mean stupid. And being nice doesn't mean that he doesn't have a system because he has a system just like the rest of the men. And you can't change him. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how banging your body is. It doesn't matter how famous you are. He has his own internal filing system, and you are in a folder. You just don't know it. Now, what determines which folder you go in? You don't get to control the system, but you do control how you show up in it. Men watch how you speak, how you set boundaries, how you respond to disrespect, how you carry yourself in public, and how you handle yourself when nobody's watching. A man might approach you because you're attractive, but he categorizes you based on your discipline. Your presentation gets his attention, but your boundaries determine his behavior. And that is why you will see some men who will act one way around some women and act another way around other women. One time I remember telling my father about how the boys were reacting at school and how they were talking to certain girls and how they were carrying on. And my father told me, if you respect yourself, these boys will respect you. He didn't say if you respect them, because they don't care whether you respect them or not. He said, if you respect yourself, these boys will respect you. And that is why you will see boys behaving one way around some girls and behaving another way around other girls, because those other girls have set boundaries. I remember when I started teaching school and people were talking about white men telling dirty jokes. And one of the black teachers was saying, oh, he just tell all kinds of dirty jokes. Every time you see him, he got some kind of dirty joke to tell. I never had in all of my teaching career a black or white man come up to me and tell a dirty joke. And that had to do with how I was carrying myself. And I wouldn't be the kind of teacher, and they picked that up about me. I'm not the kind of woman that's going to laugh at a dirty joke, because if a man is telling a dirty joke, he's telling a dirty joke about a woman. Because he's not going to tell one about another man, because that's going to say something about him. So he's going to tell a dirty joke about a woman. But I'm not the kind of woman that a man can come to and tell a dirty joke. And I never had to say it. I never had to say, all right, now don't come around me telling dirty jokes. I never had to say that. They already read that in my behavior. Now, I want to be clear about something. My father wasn't telling me to be scared of men. He was telling me to be aware. My father wanted his boys to have girlfriends and wanted his daughters to have boyfriends. And he would let boys come to the house to see us. They could come on Wednesday night and Sunday night from 7 o'clock to 9. And they were leaving there at 9 o'clock. They could come at 10 minutes to 9. They were still leaving there at 9 o'clock. Because once a man puts you in a certain category, he treats you according to that category, not according to your potential, not according to your intentions, not even according to your heart. And if you don't carry yourself with clarity, a man will place you wherever it benefits him, not you. That's the system. The man is going to put you in the category where it benefits him, not you, if you don't carry yourself with clarity. Now, if you don't want a man to be serious about you, or if you don't want a man to marry you, then you can act however you want to act. But if you don't want to be put in the system, the throwaway file, as I call it, then you have to carry yourself in a way that forces a man to deal with you through respect, not convenience. Because men already have a system and you can't change it. It doesn't matter what you might think about yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. If that man has you in a certain file, that is how he is going to treat you. So your job is to make sure you're not letting anybody put you in the wrong file if you want a man. Now let's look at some statistics about black women. 33.3% of black women were married in 2024, the lowest rate among major racial groups. 49% of black women had never been married in 2023, which was up from 44% in 2008. And 58% of black women are married by age 35, but 31% remain never married by age 45. So black women are not having as much success with marriage as other races of women. Now, maybe you don't want to get married, but if you want to get married, you need to listen to what the men are saying. Now, some of these men that are talking are not men that you want, but the men that you want think just like these men that you don't want. So you still need to listen to them. This stuff that they're saying is so ignorant that you don't want to listen to it. So you need to find the ones that you need to listen to, because there are some men out there who do care about women. But you need to listen to what they're saying, because that's who you're going to have to marry, men like them, if not them. Nearly half of all black mothers are raising children alone. Black single mother households face the steepest economic and health disparities. So women who want to have children and not live in poverty need to be married. And in order to be married, you have to work within the system that's existing. There are good men out there, and some of these women really will find men, but you need to honor the system. You need to be aware of the system, and you need to make your life choices for the best outcome for yourself. If you want to marry or if you want to have children and you don't want to struggle alone or live in poverty, you need a husband or you need a partner. And that partner is most likely going to be operating with a system. Now, his system might not be what some other man's is, but he's going to have a system. Well, just assume that he's going to have a system. And you have one too. You have some deal breakers. There are some things that you just don't want in a man. Well, just look at it as there's some things that a man doesn't want in a woman. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just telling you the way the world works. The man has a system, and you need to have one too. Okay, y'all. Thank you for listening and have a good day.